Imagine living in a neighborhood in which people live longer, healthier, and happier. Who are they? Blue zones are neighborhoods in which the residents live longer, happier, and healthier and burden the environment less. There are 5 blue zones around the world: Okinawa, Nicoya, Loma Linda, Sardinia, and Ikara. These gained their international attention through an article in the National Geographic, The Secrets of a Long Life, by Dan Butner back in 2005. It has been investigated since which habits of the inhabitants have a positive health effect, and it turned out that there are some common characteristics. The redevelopment plan of the Cartesius district is based on these blue zone concepts. A former marshalling area which belonged to the Dutch railways is said to become the most healthy, well-connected and bicycle-friendly neighborhood in the Netherlands. Designing such a blue zone from scratch provides us the opportunity to make it as healthy as possible. However, cities harbor multiple complex interactions, and the effects are not always easily predictable, making planning difficult. Meaning that the healthy lifestyle of inhabitants can be negatively impacted by the urban structures. Factors such as sanitation, waste management, mobility, and air and noise pollution can impact the health of inhabitants. For example, even creating necessities for walking and thereby banning cars can be very nice, but can also have a negative impact if the neighborhood shows high levels of crime. The understanding of how urban environments affect health outcomes and can produce health benefits is therefore an urgent priority. Therefore, Mansi Jain is currently doing research on the assessment of urban infrastructures.
My research actually focuses on developing broader understanding of urban transformation processes. We are looking at from the lenses of infrastructures, basically energy, water, waste, and mobility. And there is a need to also understand how we can assess this process of transformation, and that is where my technique of assessment comes into the picture, and see how we can apply this technique of assessment to really understand these transformation processes.
And how does infrastructure influence health?
Being very dependent on fossil fuel or non-renewable energy infrastructure, and moving it from renewable energy infrastructure is going to have indirect impacts on health by reduced carbon emissions. Similarly, we look into zero waste and zero water components, and therefore they have the direct relations with health. And therefore, if we see it very closely, these invisible technical infrastructures, which we do not pay much attention to, do have direct impact to the way it really affects health. And therefore, it becomes a key idea to understand as to what capacity is required, not only from the technological perspective, but also from the whole system perspective, to integrate and assess these transformations, and how well we can identify the strengths and weaknesses in the system to really support the decision making for development of healthy neighborhoods. Our cities have been developed to really promote the car-dependent lifestyles, and moving from car-dependent lifestyle to encouraging walkability and cycling aspects, we need to have the right infrastructure in place, which is going to directly impact the health of people. Similarly, when we look at energy, move from the fossil fuel or non-renewable sources of energy to renewable sources of energy, it is going to lead to more carbon emissions, and therefore it is going to impact air quality directly and indirectly.
And who's going to use your research?
Well, I would like to believe that it is going to be very strongly helpful for the societal stakeholders, and more importantly for the policymakers and the decision makers.